No introduction to project scheduling would be complete without talking about the critical path. It's one of the most important concepts in scheduling and absolutely essential if we want to manage our time effectively as project managers. Let's break it down. The critical path. Mastering the clock. Technically defined, the critical path is the sequence of tasks that determines the shortest possible time to complete a project. It's the longest stretch of dependent activities. If any task on the critical path is delayed, the entire project is delayed. That's a bit of a mouthful, so let's simplify using a cooking analogy. To make Nonna's famous spaghetti bolognese recipe, tasks include chopping the vegetables, boiling the water, cooking the pasta, preparing the sauce, combining the pasta and the sauce, and garnishing with parsley and Parmesan cheese. Not all of these tasks can be done in any order. For example, you can't cook the bolognese sauce without first chopping the vegetables. These tasks are dependencies. Cooking the bolognese sauce is dependent on chopping the vegetables first, whereas other tasks can happen concurrently. The water can be boiled and the pasta fully cooked all before the bolognese sauce is ready. Therefore, the water boiling and the pasta cooking would not be considered critical path tasks, as they do not impact the shortest time to complete the meal. Similar to how we set the table while the food is cooking so that when the food's ready, you can eat immediately. Whereas if you were to set the table after the food was ready, you'd have delayed the time to which you could have started eating. So using this recipe example, the critical path would be chopping the vegetables, cooking the bolognese sauce, combining the pasta and the sauce, and lastly, garnishing. The shortest possible time to complete the longest stretch of dependent activities. Everything else can happen within this time frame. To summarize the key characteristics of the critical path. Number 1, the longest sequence defines the project's minimum duration. Number 2, zero float or slack. Float is a term used to describe the amount of time a task can be delayed without delaying the project's finish date. The critical path can have no float. Tasks on the critical path cannot be delayed without affecting the project's finish date. Number 3, dependencies. Each task relies on the completion of the previous task. As project managers, one of our primary focuses is keeping the critical path on track. This includes arranging resources, removing roadblocks, and navigating the unpredictable challenges the project throws at us. Why does all this matter? Delivering a project on time isn't just about bragging rights. It's one of the key measures of success for any project manager. In fact, many PMs are rewarded with bonuses or incentives for meeting or even outperforming their baseline schedule. Of course, wherever there's a carrot, there's usually a stick, and in construction, that stick is called liquidated damages. They're pre-agreed financial penalties for missing contractual milestones, often linked directly to time. And trust me, they can hurt, both financially and reputationally. To bring this home, mastering time isn't about working faster, it's about working smarter. It's anticipating, prioritizing, and adjusting so your team hits milestones on schedule, ideally a little ahead of it. Because in project management, time isn't just money, it's momentum. Alright team, that's a wrap for today's topic. Until next time, stay focused, stay organized, and keep growing your knowledge. I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.
Mate, good work today.